Okay. I forwarded the invitation to someone and the person asked me whether I invented this. Holy smoke. Definitely I didn't invent this.
Well, he's got very high opinion of you.
What a question.
By the
It's
way,
a
in my
valid
room,
question.
it's not a
Very
question,
valid
correct?
question. Nothing wrong with it.
By the way, here in my room, I have 3 more people. Okay.
Wonderful.
Oh, you got 3 people sitting with you in your room, Mama.
Yes.
You're in your hometown now, aren't you?
No. I'm already back to Bangalore. I'm in office with.
Oh, okay.
I have invited my colleagues and one of my cousin as well.
Oh, well, there you go. We have 3 attendees that's not online but is there with Amma. Thank you.
Second, let me just change the audio settings as well.
Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome.
Yeah.
Right. You guys see me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes, very clear.
Yeah.
TV volume has not come.
So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us in this session on Have Fun with ChatGPT. Right, this is a different series that we started. Right, back in February, we just had to have fun, and then from there we went on to cybersecurity and ChatGPT. And this time around, we decided we wanted to go with a flavor of the good, the bad, the ugly of ChatGPT. Right now, some of the sessions and some of the demos may not be limited to just ChatGPT. Right, we will probably include even like Google and Bing Chat and possibly others, which will bring in a flavor of how AI is changing the world we live in today. Okay, so my name's Noel, and I'll be taking you through for some parts of today's session. And of course, together with me, I have my team that's going to take you through that. I'll introduce them briefly. But before that, let's do a quick poll, right? I just wanted to get an understanding on how many of you are new to ChatGPT. Okay, so let's see, where's my poll? You guys see the poll in the chat? Or does the poll show up on the screen? Let's see.
It's shown up in the screen.
Is it showing on the screen?
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Okay, very good. Just need your help, all right? Especially those of you who are new to this session, all right? For my team, I think I kind of know most of them have quite a lot of experience playing with it and having fun with it, right? And the reason why we bring in this concept of fun is because, especially for adult learning, we believe that fun adds an element of stickiness to your memory and also its ability to help you, right? No longer do you think of it as just being a dull, something that is not useful and, but something that you can enjoy and appreciate, all right? So I hope most of you already got, all right, your answer poll, all right? So
I'm happy to see that poll shows that some experience on AI and ChatGPT. Love it.
wonderful. Okay, let's view the results, yeah? Wonderful. Okay, so there are maybe 1 or 2 people, all right, not many that says they don't have experience with ChatGPT and AI, but you soon realize that depending on how you approach with the learning, it's actually not so difficult, okay? So let me just close the poll. Let's get started, okay? All right, now, those of you who are in here for the first time, all right, we'd like you to register. Get your phone out, scan this QR code so that tells us a little bit about yourself. Now, the purpose of this is so that we will be able to re-invite you back, all right? And of course, if you don't want to be invited, we also understand, all right? You don't need to come back. If we invite you, just tell us that you want to be dropped from the mailing list. And this came from the fact that some people who came to our sessions, because we had no registration, we had no way to reach back to them to tell them we are having a new series of sessions and so forth. and therefore we were not able to contact them, right? So when you scan that QR code, this is what you get from your phone. All right, just click on this start now and just give us a couple of bits of your information. And then from there, we'll be able to reach back to you for subsequent sessions. Now, this invitation that you may have received actually has 3 dates on it. So today is the 2nd, all right, and next week will be the 3rd. And then later we will send out another EDM for more sessions to come, right? So with that format, all right, we wanted to use that to regularly bring in different groups. So thank you so much for helping me with a poll so that I can get an understanding of yourself, right? You know a little bit about me already. I used to work for Microsoft Malaysia, right? And about 10 years ago, I started on my own, but my work continued to support Microsoft across the region, right? Together with me, I have my team, all right? And this group of people has been very instrumental to help drive a lot of the activities that we do. Okay, we're not here to talk so much about what my company does, but this group of people have a very strong heart for the community. All right, so Vic alerted me of this tool back in February this year. And from there, we jumped straight in and we started to talk about the technology as well as provide some guardrails, right? So that people will be able to use it safely. And in this session, we want to continue to do that, right? So with me, all right, we have Amar who's going to do a demo for you later to show you a comparison between some of the tools. And of course, we have Sharon, all right, who is going to work together with our guest speaker, Chris, our regular guest speaker. All right. And last week we also had him, all right, talk about the technology. So together, both of them, they will actually go through a persona with you. And I believe based on the brief that they're going to continue a little bit from last week. So maybe what you can do, Chris, Sharon, give us a bit of a summary of what you gathered last week or what you shared last week before you jump straight into this week's portion. Yeah. Now, for me, thank you, Sharon. For me, everything requires some element or some level of effort. Okay, so success is no accident, right? That's what the saying goes. It is hard perseverance, lots of learning, and this is a strong indicator that many of you enjoy learning and you're willing to sacrifice your Netflix time for this. All right, and as a result, you will benefit from this, I believe. Okay. So therefore, you can be part of a solution to help yourself to have a better future, I believe, and not part of a problem, right? So that said, I want to go through this little video with you, all right, that I picked up from YouTube, all right, is Barack Obama talking about a career advice for young people. But I believe this advice is not limited to young people, okay? It's valid for people of all ages, all right? So think about it.
How to get stuff done. I've seen at every level people who are very good at describing problems, very sophisticated in explaining why
Can you guys
something
hear
went
the
wrong
audio?
or why something can't get fixed. But
Yes,
what
we
I'm
can.
always looking for is, no matter how small the problem or how big it is, somebody who says, let me take care of that. And if you project an attitude of whatever it is that's needed, I can handle it and I can do it, whoever's running that organization will notice, I promise. Which is why I think with young people, you don't always need to be so impatient asking for the plum assignment. A lot of times the best way to get attention is whatever is assigned to you, you are just nailing. You're killing it. People will notice, oh, that's somebody who can get something done. And the second piece of advice, worry more about what you want to do rather than what you want to be. I think so often people have in their mind, I want to be congressman by 30. I want to make X amount of money by this age. The people I find that are most successful are the people who say, man, I'm really interested in computers and figuring this stuff out. And then they end up being a Bill Gates. Or I'm really interested in how to cure this disease. Maybe they don't end up winning the Nobel Prize, but you know what? They have an extraordinary career because they're just interested in the thing itself. If you are absorbed by what you're doing, you're going to get really good at it. And whether you're rewarded, recognized, you get the positions that you want or not, the journey will have been a good one.
So think about what you have just heard. All right. If you're interested, I can share with you a testimony later. Okay. So that's it. This session, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Okay. So feel free to drop your question into the chat window, or later, if you feel compelled, unmute yourself, ask a question. Okay. So it's important for you to be participative. How many of you know who is this person? And raise your hands. You can go to that raise hand. All right. I'm sure some of you do. Okay. But what is more important is not who you know, right? But rather, all right, what they did. I believe what they did and what they have achieved is greater than just the name to the person. Okay. He happens to be the CEO of OpenAI, right? If you don't know the company called OpenAI, they are the one that created this tool called ChatGPT, which we are talking about. Okay, his name is Sam Altman. Right now, you can read the details like how much money he has and all that, but I can show you, right, all of these kind of people who have gone through their lows, and of course they are at the high now. Okay, so it's important to know that it's all not straight road, not just easy. Okay, but they spend a lot of time doing good work. So you see things like hundreds of hours researching. All right, so this person called Parker Worth actually did hundreds of hours researching his blogs and interviews to profile this person. Okay, on a bad side of ChatGPT, if you want, or even AI as a whole, all right, is how people are abusing the technology. So you have this generative AI called Worm GPT, right, that is used to formulate ways, to automate ways to come up with advanced phishing and business email compromise attacks. So if you're interested in some of these cybersecurity type content and so forth, we can share with you our recordings of previous sessions. People like Chris, Amar, myself, and so forth have done, all right? So that at least you get to understand that the world of technology can be used for good and bad. And this is a very good example of how it's used for bad. Now, another flavor of bad.
Noel,
Yes.
Noel, sorry. Bima raised hand. Is there anything we can help you, Bima?
No, I think he was responding to a question that I was asking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is that right, Bima? You can type into the chat, or you can just unmute. Right, Bima was my ex-classmate in school. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so this is another aspect of bad. In fact, I feel this is maybe worse than bad, right? It's probably the ugly. Right, this young CEO fires 90% of his support staff and replaces them with a chatbot. And heartlessly saying it's tough but necessary. All right, brutal. I call it brutal, but that's the reality. But trust me, it's not just technology like the AI chatbot that can do this. There are some organizations that will say that they are not making money, okay, and therefore they need to get rid of their people. Of course, in this case, there's probably a valid reason because he could have overhired, right? So read the article, read it well, and I'm sure there's enough information out there to supply you with the ability to understand, right, what actually happened behind the scene. If you're interested, Amar has also done a bit of his reading and so forth regarding this, and this particular organization happens to be in the same city as where he sits, which is in Bangalore. Okay, so he can tell you a little bit, maybe at the start, Emma, yeah, before you do your demo. Now, if you look at this article here, all right, by the way, in the slides, I have a lot of all these links that you can go to. Microsoft, Satya Nadella is the CEO of the company. He's betting a lot. In fact, this article was saying everything on AI. If you start reading this and then you see this, new rounds of Microsoft job cuts hit customer service, support, and sales team, you may be inclined that they are really all into it because they are actually shoring up all these resources in order to go full blown in the AI. Okay. Now, does it look like Satya Nadella maybe like that CEO that we talked about in Bangalore? All right. Maybe the numbers are different. Okay. But the point is, if you map the story together, right, you can weave out the certain persona or certain behavior of a person. Right. The way I staged it, it may not look good for Satya, right, being an individual, but from what I hear, he's actually a very nice guy. Okay. Now, just in case you think Microsoft is the only company that's investing big time into AI, it's not. Okay. In fact, Microsoft is not even number one. Anyone care to know which one is number one? Okay. There's a lot of companies in here. All right. In fact, there are 10 of them. Right. There are people like, as mentioned, Apple. There's Oracle, IBM, and so forth. Anyone care to guess who is number one company that's acquiring AI companies out there? Typically those small little ones, so that they can shore up their capabilities and add them into their technology. Drop it in the chat window if you want to share your thoughts. Okay. No one? Okay. Actually, the answer according to this article is Apple. Surprisingly, Apple is number one and Microsoft is number three. Okay. Obviously, you got to read through, all right, and find out more, do your research, right? If you did this question, if you did this prompt in ChatGPT and says, give me the top 10 acquirers of AI/machine learning firms. Do that now if you are in front of your computer and you have your ChatGPT window open, type that in and see what it comes back with. Okay, does it give you the same answers as what this company, the CRN, company gives you? Okay, maybe it will tell you Google, Sharon. All right, I don't know, but according to this article, it's Apple. Okay, then what you do is you read deeper. Ask it, give me a list of the AI/ML firms that Apple acquired. Now, a lot of this AI technology can only be possible because of this thing called data. So it's not surprising the world's most valuable resource today is no longer oil, it's data. So that's how we formulated, if you want, this series of sessions. All right. And it's important for us to understand that we need to understand it in a objective manner. We need to understand its possibilities, right? The amazing possibilities. At the same time, you also need to understand some of the cautions and the warnings in terms of how you use it. But most importantly, when you use it responsibly, and also use the AI detection tools as well to help you balance it. All right. With that, you will soon realize that when you start bridging in the personas, all right, and I'm going to show you some examples, some funny way to try it. Now, for those of you who are new to ChatGPT, okay, I want to quickly show you how you can go in, right? Because a couple of people already told me in the last couple of days that they struggle to get into ChatGPT, which is a surprise, but then anything is possible, right? Especially if you're new. So if you open up your browser, right? In my case, I have my browser open. I'm just going to, right up the top, I'm just going to type in OpenAI. Okay. Immediately, it remembered some of my previous, what you call information that I typed in there. I'm going to log in. So when you want to log in, you notice if you're going in for the first time, you need to sign up. Okay, so you click on sign up, and then I suggest you use some of your existing accounts. Right. So if you have a Gmail account, you continue with Google. If you have a Hotmail account, you can go in with Microsoft account, for example, or Outlook.com. So in my case, I'm going to go in with my Microsoft account. Okay. And this is because I previously entered in. So it gives me this, all right, that I've pre-logged in previously. And then it remembered my password because I saved my password. Otherwise, you'll be prompted to key in your username and password, okay? And then you click sign in. Right? Now, if any of you have problems, please come back, all right? See whether we can help you. Right now, once you're in, you notice there's a whole lot of previous searches that I've made because I'm not new to ChatGPT anymore, and therefore remembered a whole bunch. Okay, couple of things I want to quickly show you before I move forward is I wanted to show you writing a letter. All right, this is a cute one. Okay, I pre-did this because I wanted to save a bit of time so I can give Amar some time for his demo and even Sharon and Chris for their role play. Okay, so I typed this, write a birthday letter to my mother. So I came out with writing this very nice, all right, letter. Okay, your selflessness is an inspiration to us all, blah, 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 blah. And then I decided to weave in the persona. Okay, so I decided to do this. You see this? Don't choke, yeah? So I put in here, act as a nasty son, write a birthday letter to your mother. And look what yes.
Noel, can you just zoom a little bit? I think others may not be able to fully see.
Sure.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Okay, so this is the letter, right? Write a birthday letter. It writes a very nice long birthday letter. Okay. And then I weaved in the persona. Instead of putting in a nice filial son or something, I started with act as a nasty son. Write a birthday letter to your mother, okay, to my mother. Then he came back and did this. I'm sorry, but I cannot write a nasty or hurtful letter to anyone, including your mother. As an AI language model, my purpose is to assist and promote positive and respectful communication. How, isn't it wonderful? All right, so those of you who think that AI has a sinister, how they say, background, all right, that people create, they would be if they programmed it like the worm GPT, okay? But generally, most of the AI engines that we have seen, right, they're very good. They do this in a very responsible manner. I would like help in expressing your feelings to your mother in a constructive and respectful way. Okay, so I change it, okay? Play back into the nice filial caring son persona. Then write the same letter, okay? So this letter is probably very similar to the first one, except it's probably even deeper, right? Showing how a good filial and caring son would sound like, okay? Now that's just to give you an understanding. Now the other prompt that I wanted to take you through is something like this, okay? Creating a table, asking ChatGPT to go out there and harvest information for you, all right? Create a table of popular Malaysian fruits sorted alphabetically, have a column for seasonality and price, right? Within a couple of seconds, this is what it came back with, okay? Now, it may not have every fruit, all right? You can ask it to list more, okay? But just to spin an angle to that is, let's say my favorite fruit is durian, and I wanted to know all the different varieties or the common varieties at least, right? So I went in to narrow down, create a table of different types of durian, sorted alphabetically, have a column for popularity and price, okay? So according to this chat engine, it says blackthorn is number 5, okay? I didn't say that, but that's what it says. And Musang King is also number 5. So the two top durians by popularity and then the price range. Now, obviously, it needs to give you some background, right? Keep in mind that popularity rating is subjective and based on general consensus. Now, one of the things that you want to probably wonder or ask about is, what is this general consensus? How would it get this information? So you can ask more and more and more, go deeper into your research. That's the whole idea of using a tool like this, okay? So that's the couple of demos I want to quickly run through with you, right? Showing you a quick way of what ChatGPT can do, how to sign up, okay, and so forth. Now, it's also important that what you saw was me using a website. Most of you will continue to use a website, all right? So I was using Edge. Of course, you can use Chrome, okay? Now, it's important to know that by most people who are not using an iPhone, they cannot get ChatGPT on the Android phone yet, but it is already available on the iPhone. Okay, so that's the important thing to note. It is already available on the iPhone. In fact, those of you who've seen my message sent out, right, you will be able to see it. If any of you are interested to see it working on the iPhone, just reach out. I did a quick demo. Actually, Amar helped me with a quick demo last week because I was having some problems connecting. But the good news is all of us can benefit. You don't have to be a very technical person. You can be just asking very common general knowledge type questions. So everyone can benefit from that. Okay, so this series is what we call the good, the bad, the ugly. So there are many aspects of these that we will cover, right? But what I want to do, all right, is not to go through all of these good, bad, but we will end up touching them as we go along. One of the things that I want to highlight, especially for those of you who are new, one of the bad things that ChatGPT, and not limited to ChatGPT, even Bing Chat and other AI engines, they're very good at making things up. All right, the term that they use is called hallucination. Now, just imagine if you accidentally, right, had too much of a certain drug, or maybe you had too much alcohol, for example, you can hallucinate, right? You can be thinking of things that don't exist, right? Or seeing things that don't exist if you want. But there's also the ugly thing that I want to highlight. Now, the ugly bit is this, right? The learning from Samsung workers in this article is these people actually use company private and confidential data in ChatGPT to get it to do certain things for them. As a result, they were discovered, and I believe they lost their jobs. Okay, so do not use anything that is private and confidential, whether it's to yourself or to the company you work for or the organization that you represent. Similarly, in the flip side to that, the hallucination that happened was with this, right? Lawyers use ChatGPT to harvest information that they use to submit to a court case. All right, it's very serious when hallucination or making up information happens. And on top of that, the lawyer initially refused to admit that they used ChatGPT. They keep insisting that was their work. Okay, so these are very bad situations. Of course, the ugly part is how the cyber threats, all right, the hackers are using it. The risk ChatGPT poses to cybersecurity. Okay, there's a lot of that out there now. Okay, a lot. So this is something I'm not going to play, all right? If you want the deck, I'll give you the deck. You can play this. This particular recording talks about how the lawyer kind of ruined their future as a lawyer because of what happened, okay? So you go through that. Now, also because of time, I'm going to let the demos go through first before, right? I go through some of these strategies with you because some of these strategies you can actually read on your own. They come from the OpenAI website telling you what are the best practices on how to use the tool in effective ways. So at the end of the day, when we want to use something, we want to use it well. Now, I see a lot of AI tools out there. The question I want to ask is, are they easy to use? Are there lots of tutorials and training materials, videos, and so forth available for them? If the answer is yes, then that is potentially a very good tool because it's easy and there's lots of tutorials and so forth to guide you. Among all the AI engines that I've seen so far, majority of the training materials out there are centered around ChatGPT. So that said, it's not because we have a soft heart for ChatGPT alone, or we favor ChatGPT over all the other AI engines. For me, it's about continuous learning and continuous improvement. So if you decide on something, you need to have accompanying materials and resources to help you go deep and be good. So ultimately, you go on a journey of becoming good with the technology. So the strategies from ChatGPT, OpenAI website is very important. Okay, there are 6 areas that we'll go through. I won't go through them with you one at a time now, but you will see elements of these being used by the team when they show you their demos. So, Amar, You good to start on your demo?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Noel?
Yes, I hear you.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay, let me share my screen up. So
wonderful.
first, let me duplicate my screen. That's better. Yeah, perfect.
Why is it that I can hear Kahoot running in the background?
Because I have a created.
Okay,
Is it
I think
bothering down the volume?
thank you. Thanks, Noel. I think it was very simple for everyone to understand what's ChatGPT. I saw a message in the Teams chat on the Android phone ChatGPT. Just wanted to just give a clarity. Officially from OpenAI, as of now for the mobiles, ChatGPT is available on iOS. This is their official website. Okay. And if we guys are using somehow from different search engines, be aware of, because a lot of apps have been there on the other ecosystems, which can be misleading the database capture from your phone, right? Just wanted to emphasize that this is the official page, by the way. You see, this is the only iOS version is the one where you get the mobile version of ChatGPT. Okay. And coming back to the quick demo, right? How I have been using ChatGPT. That's the first thing I wanted to explain, right? So last week we were having certain discussions, right, Noel, on the profiles, especially the job profiles, what we all working on majorly to supporting, right? There was an interesting profile called as technology commercial, techno commercial, we call it as. Okay.
Yeah.
How many of you know what is techno commercial? Anyone in the call?
Techno
Anyone?
commercial.
Yep. Techno
What
commercial,
is?
that much only, right? Yeah, right. So that's where I was just trying to think how the new profiles or a new job roles, or example, if we are thinking of certain designative upcoming profiles, right, or a job designation, how an individual has to prepare. That's where I was just thinking of. Okay. So now I'm using two different versions. On the right side, you see it's a Google, the search engine. The left side, I'm using a ChatGPT window. And is it visible? Should I need to zoom by any chance?
Yeah,
I can still.
I'm. It's okay for me.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just zooming at least for 10% more so that others also can just follow. Okay, so let me just try to make it simple. Okay, so I'm giving a right prompt actually. I'm asking a simple question. Okay, so I'm just copying this exactly, and I'll be trying to use the same even in the Google. So this is how it is, right? So basically what actually the value of ChatGPT is, it gives the crisp analytical information captured from the huge databases and giving the clarity on what kind of strengths we need to have if someone is looking at from the Microsoft side example, if someone is looking at from different companies perspective, because as a designation, techno-commercial is a job role. But if I want to prepare for the Microsoft side of a focus area, which is my strength example, right? How should I do? That's where I was just trying to understand from ChatGPT. Okay. The same thing when I wanted to know from the Google search, obviously we got a multiple different references, and you see it is taking to certain opportunities even in Microsoft or from different companies. Okay. And I would like to just try the same thing from Bing Chat as well. Okay, to browse Bing Chat, we need to just browse to a website called Bing Chat. Okay, and you see this icon. This is basically a ChatGPT supported chat from Microsoft. Okay, so if you see this, there are three different conversational styles which you can able to utilize this chat. Okay, I'll put the same question here. and let's try. What is techno-commercial job role for Microsoft Business? The same thing which I'm asking even for a Bing chat. Okay. So a techno-commercial job role of Microsoft Business is a role that involves the technical and commercial skills for sales, marketing, business development, and all the other services, right? And it is giving little more detailed version if you compare to the left one, right? So one important thing what we need to remember is this is not a curated one. This is something generated information. Means if we are asking any question, it is just not picked up from the database. It is generated as per the latest updated information on the backend huge databases, right? So this is something which obviously I understood now. It's a little crisp if I want little more. So the better benefit when we compare with the chat GPT versus a Bing chat, right? It gives the next prompted questions. Okay, for example, now I wanted to know what is techno-commercial. I understood. And as I initially started, I wanted to focus to upgrade my skills for a techno-commercial role, right? Now, Bing Chat is giving me some more referential informations. Okay. What are some skills required for techno-commercial job? How do I prepare for an interview in this field? So, for example, I would like to understand a little more about this opportunity or this more detailed information because this can help me out to outline my experience, at least understand how should I actually improvise my skills if I have some lack, right? So to prepare for an interview of a techno-commercial field, right? So this is how it is actually giving me a simple clarity, right? And now you see few things specifically on a practical world because techno-commercial is more like a partners, customer facing, and being like a product advocacy, especially in the Microsoft world of work, right? So it is giving a lot of different approaches. Okay, so specifically if I am considering of a specific organization where I wanted to, I have to understand the company's background, the futuristic approach, and what kind of values they are preparing for, right? And I can ask a little more deeper as well. And the good point from the Bing chat is from where this database has been pulled or referred, that referent links are also there. Means we can be little more confident what we are trying to learn. So uh, comparatively, as we were speaking certain information, the chat GPT or the generative AI engines have a halogenated information certain times when we are pushing back a lot, right? But with the Bing chat, we get little more confidence because it is referring with multiple databases on the information available through internet and with the existing database of Bing chat and the chat GPT 4 version, right? GPT database of a 4 version. That is where this entire reference can be, you see, right? So for example, now if I want to just ask the same question to chat GPT, example, right? So the good point here is when I ask the same question to ChatGPT, it should be giving me a references based on Microsoft also, correct? Because there is a continuation of my requirement. So now you see, it is giving something different, but it's in a similar lines, correct? Now it is referring me as a third point as a technical concepts. Okay, when it comes to the Bing chat, it is giving me a different of it, right? But almost it's a similar one. Now, the twist or the difference or the value comes to us is to continue the learning if anyone wants to have. Example here, you see a lot of questions and prompts on the hyperlinks has been provided in the Bing chat. Okay. And the same thing when you see here on the left side, ChatGPT, it is giving a very crisp approach. And I need to do a little more homework if I need to focus on each and every point or the priorities, right? So this is how the first level of it, which I can able to see. And I would like to give a little more depth of a more valuable free thing which Microsoft has brought, especially from the Bing chat. Okay, so if anyone is using Edge browser, on the Edge browser, on the right side top corner, you can see this symbol called Bing. Okay, this is something which Microsoft has released from 2 months before. Okay, and when you use Edge browser, this Bing chat or Chat GPT is already part of your browser. Okay, now how it can be helpful for me on the job profile, right? Already, if you remember, I have copied certain things. It's already capturing. Okay, can I just directly push or something like that because it is taking from the cache for sure, right? So Now, what is beyond the chat? I use ChatGPT Bing app browser one is I use this specific feature called Compose. Okay. Now you see side by side, this is a chat which is only a referral information, and I can use more from the from the specific perspective of anything. Okay, so now what I would try to do is I want to apply as a techno-commercial expert for a Microsoft 365 business profile. I'll just mention it as profile. Let's see. Okay. And I'm taking the benefit from the Bing chat. Okay. Asking which kind of outcome it has to be. I'm taking it as more professional. Okay. And I want a format in the paragraph and I want a length in a medium. Okay. So I would just take the help from the Bing chat and I'll ask it to generate the draft for me. Meanwhile, let me just open on parallel Word as well. I'm using an online Word application on the left screen.
Amar,
Yep.
if you have shared before, Bing Chat is already using GPT 4.0, isn't it?
Yes, it's a GPT 4.0. The online version of OpenAI website, what it provides is a 3.5. And Bing has been backed by 4 version. So if we want to use it from the OpenAI website, it's a purchased subscription option, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And yeah, thanks, Noel, for reminding. Right. So if you see this, I got a detailed letter. OK, so I'm writing to express my interest, so and so, a lot of things. Correct. Now I can just copy this and use it in my draft. That simple it is. OK. Now, why I'm taking this draft? I wanted to modify certain things to take the help from here. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making the same subject. Prepare the list of product lines I have to focus for techno-commercial expertise to apply in Microsoft. I'm just trying to know what the things are, right? And I'm just asking the ideas for it. And I want as simple as possible. I'm just making it as short. Let's see. Yeah, it is saying that, but I cannot generate a text potentially harmful tone. OK, so the tone which I'm making it as professional. OK, let's see. It may push back saying that I should be using informational. Let's say this. Yeah, same thing, right? So let's try one more time. No, still it's saying it cannot be, right? So let me just make it as a block spot and try. By the way, I'm trying this on a live. I did not do any practice, huh? So that's where I'm just trying to see. Okay. Now, if I want to make it as an informational, right? Now it is giving me a multiple information. So you see this now? So the version which we were trying to ask certain questions, it is not related to the format which it can be provided. Means it's not predefined, right? That's where the difference comes in, right? It is something which is pulling up from the databases. So now what it is saying is you need to focus on Azure, you need to focus on Dynamics 365, you should be focusing on Microsoft 365, so and so. And these are all the product lines where you can able to focus for a techno-commercial expertise on the roles. Right. So let's consider this is my learning. OK, I want to learn a little bit more on some more things. OK, so I would ask that, can you tell me more about Azure, or can I ask that what is techno-commercial expert role is? Right. So already we know certain things. Let me just ask about Azure. This is a continuation of question related reference which Bing chat is guiding me. If you're interested for so and so, specifically on Azure, it is giving little detailed information now for me. Now, if you see, these are all the services part of a Microsoft Cloud, public cloud, Azure, right? And it is giving a summary of each and every service, what is available in Azure. And this is the starting point for myself, if I need to, okay? And actually, if you observe certain things here, when the draft is happening, right? It is saying one more option has been highlighted here. It is called add to site. You know what I do when I click on add to site, it comes and pastes in the uh, in the application which is open here for me. Okay, one option is obviously I can just do copy paste. Okay, one option add to site. Now you see entire thing has come already onto my Word here on the website. This is how actually it is helping me a lot in most of the things. Okay, and if I want to use it in a different personal lifestyle as well, I use in a various formats, like example which Noel was saying about birthday wishes, or if I want to post certain things on social media to make sure everyone has a good attention or understanding. Okay, and one flexibility as of now I wanted to tell you is, now this has given certain draft. If I feel I want something more improvised, okay, there is an option here. I can give a prompt for it. If not, I can still refresh for it. It also generates. This is the biggest benefit for me in the recent times, what I have been using, especially comparing to ChatGPT and Bing, right? Certain scenarios I take help from Bing Chat Compose. I think it is little busy. Looks like traffic is so high. Yeah. So sometimes I use ChatGPT, but fortunately, unfortunately, I am not using more search engines like Google or others on my phone now. I just use directly app ChatGPT and Bing. This is what my experience has been. Okay. And there is one more option, especially called Insights. It is, as of now, Bing Chat, especially this response is actually in a preview, right? So what Insights gives is basically whatever the other side of a page is open, it tries to read and give the references for it. For example, if I go to Bing now, it is giving certain informations on a Bing, if you see, okay? When I just go to any other page, right, it gives certain informations based on it. Basically, it's called as Insights, which is actually capturing certain things from on your page on the left side. Basically, it is considered as a site, okay? So if I just say Intel.in or a .com, right? Now it actually reads all the informations from here, right? It is giving me the insight about the website or the company which I'm referring, and it giving me all the information, whatever is available. So for example, the market share, what is Intel, when is it started, the Wikipedia reference, all this stuff. These are the three things which is very much available as a free. And one more important thing I could say is basically the Bing chat comes with even the picture generation, the generating a AI with generating pictures from the AI as well. Okay, if we are using this kind of requirements in the real world without a Bing, we need to go with three different websites to get this to be done, right? But with the Bing chat, it can be just done on one page itself. That is how Bing chat has been helpful for me. Yeah. Any questions to me before I hand over to Noel? Okay. Noel,
Thank
over to
you.
you.
Thank you so
you.
much. Thank you. You know what? You're so passionately sharing and so forth, right? It looks like we might not have enough time for Sharon and Chris.
Sorry for that.
No, I'm good. We got material. We can keep it for next week. No problem.
Yeah. Yes, that's definitely something that we will do, I think, because I don't want to shortchange the efforts that they've put in for, All right. So thank you so much, Amar, for showing us a bit of Google, all right, a bit of ChatGPT, and a lot of Bing Chat, all right? So
Obviously,
finally,
one of
we
my
know,
favorite too.
no doubt about it. So
Yeah.
as promised, we will take Chris and Sharon back next week, right, to do that. All right. But I've also prepared a little quiz for you. Okay. It's only 7 questions. All right. And in these 7 questions, what I wanted to do was to give you a way to assess maybe how much you've learned. All right. And obviously, there's so much to learn, you'll never be able to do it all in one go. So the code to access is this. Okay. So if you follow,
There's a question in the chat window from everyone.
okay, will do. All right. In the meantime, well, why don't you scan the QR code? Join me in this Kahoot. All right. I'll give you a couple of minutes to get in. Let me have a look at the chat question. Yeah. Good question, Ridwan. I don't know the answer to this particular question. Maybe Amar does. Amar, you still there?
Yeah. Yes, I am. I am.
Yeah, have a look at Ridwan's question. It's a very good one, all right, because this code interpreter is something fairly new in ChatGPT. Do you
Correct.
think that's available in Bing Chat yet? Or it may already have it as an extension or something?
Okay, so code interpreter, I think it was part of GPT-4 from earlier itself. Okay, we can just double check and confirm back, Noel, because I have read about this earlier as well, right? But I don't think it's any extension as of now, which recently has been updated from Bing Chat or Bing News or from anything else. I mean to say, yeah. And one question I have seen is from Bimal. How to access Bing Chat and is it free or do you need to pay for it, right? So by the way, Bing Chat is free for everyone. Only the requirement is uh, to just use a email ID to log in, like a Hotmail or a Gmail or Outlook.com or anything, so that you can able to access it. And by the way, Bing new app is also available in Android and iPhone, Apple as well, iOS as well, right? So when you are using a chat GPT, it limits only for chat GPT version, which is a text response. When you use a Bing chat, you can get more as well, including the compose and other stuffs, which I was showing, right? And everything is free, by the way. No subscription. Only thing is login is required so that you have your history, you have your references from the long discussion or a last time check, which you can able to. Yeah.
Somehow there seem to be a problem with this game pin. You guys having
Yeah, the
problem?
pin is not, the pin has an error.
Okay, let me recreate
Yeah.
this, right?
It wouldn't let me in.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm not sure whether it's because I've had it sitting here for too long. It got bored with this, so it doesn't want to play now. Okay, let me try it again, yeah?
Yeah, AI don't want us to have fun.
Okay, try again. It's going to load a new game pin, so you can still scan the QR code, right? And it should automatically pre-enter the code for you, so you can go straight to the pin and give yourself a nickname.
I think I'm in.
Wonderful.
That's me. I'm in. I'm in.
All right.
A lot of competition today.
Okay.
What's the price? Free nasi lemak? No.
No,
Yeah.
next time we will give them a space of 5 minutes talk by their experience. That's the
Okay.
winning.
Everyone in?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in.
Let's have fun. Let's get started. Do you guys hear the audio?
Yep. No audio we can't hear
No.
from the
Okay.
Kahoot. It's very low.
Hold on. Sorry. 3. Got it right.
And no, there's a typo in the answer.
Really? Why?
The red color. What is CNN?
You can use only when you can use it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
this-
thought it's a new term.
this is the what do you call what's that network Asia what do you call news channel?
CNN. CNN.
No,
Only when
there
you
is,
can CNN it.
there is one called CNA. I think it's the one from either from China or from Singapore. It's CNA.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. There are 3 people who got it.
Something Asia network, something like that.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well done, Cole. Thanks for picking up on the typo and so on. Wonderful. Everyone can use it, okay? So there's no one that is, how to say, penalized or omitted, who can benefit anyone, everyone. It's still leading.
It's not discriminative.
Yes, correct. Was this a fat finger effect?
You know?
Yeah, one and only false. By the way, they can, cyber criminals can use ChatGPT. So there is a new one called Worm GPT, right? They're specially created to create certain types of malicious, Cool, he's on fire.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to show you this demo, but what do you think?
Red. Pick red.
Yeah, it does a good job. It does amazing stuff, right?
I use it day
Why
to
got
day
pink
basis.
color?
Sorry?
Why got pink color?
Pink color.
Pink
No.
color.
She said red.
Red.
Okay, what do you think of this?
Don't be lazy, just do it yourself.
All right. Yeah, it's very capable of creating resumes. Just make sure it doesn't hallucinate on you, right?
I know, that's what I was thinking. Give you extra skills that you don't even know exist.
Yeah, I can imagine it says that you are a prompt engineer expert.
Scully see you engineered because he thinks you're prompt engineer.
By the way, the category of tools that you can use to check and prevent misuse is this one called AI content detector. All right. It doesn't 100% do it. So my recommendation is you probably need to use at least 2, right? Maybe even 3 to do double checks and so forth. All right.
Yeah, but this is a trick question. You can use another AI chatbot, right? Competitor.
But you know what though? Maybe it'll say
You
it came
cannot
from
use the
ChatGPT.
checkbot to detect the checkbot, right?
Can.
Yeah. So you get Google Bard to tell you whether ChatGPT is correct.
Yes.
So who is a prompt engineer, you think? Okay. So the term called prompt engineer is actually a role, right? Someone who knows how to use the prompts very effectively to write questions if you want to get the AI chatbot to respond with all the information that you need. By the way, this job role is going with a very high salary from some of these research that we've been doing. All right, so let's see who are the winners. Grace, well done.
Yes.
Oh, Sharon.
I'm number 2.
And no surprise. Oh,
Oh,
done.
Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah, you get
ding.
it, blow.
well done.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Who is Sai?
I don't know who is Sai.
With the
Sai is my cousin who is sitting
Oh.
here.
with the
Oh.
dummy. Yeah, so cute. Okay. All right. I hope all of you enjoyed yourself. So that takes us to
You
the
want-
end of the session. Hi, Amar.
Hello, hello, hello. I was just trying to change the blur setting so that you can see everyone here.
Okay.
Ah, yeah, he's Sai.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So we have
Well
our entire team here.
Well done. Well done.
So we have a lady also in the room. She's sitting on the back.
Hey. Welcome. Welcome.
So, so did Alma take the cane and say, "You better sit here with me"? You know, I cane all of you.
No, fortunately or unfortunately, I was in the office and they were all just about to leave the office. I said, just learn
Oh.
before something. You guys
Yeah.
leave. It
Wonderful.
will be
Yeah,
traffic.
see, they were leaving to go home. Then you said, "No, I got cane here. You better not go."
No. They have another 30 minutes. But before leaving, they need to learn something, right? That's the point.
Yes,
Wonderful.
very good one.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
So, thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone. Thank you, Amal.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for bringing your friends as well. I hope they
Thank you
enjoyed.
for today.
Yes. Thank you.
We definitely enjoyed ourselves hosting and sharing. Right. We look forward to having you again. Sorry, Chris. Sorry for
Yes, I
missing
should
out.
say sorry for both Sharon and Chris. But
No, no, it's
No, it's
fine.
okay. Learn something new
I
from
think-
Ama.
Yeah, give us more time to create content, more content. No worries.
perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks
all.
Noel,
everyone for
Great
coming.
questions.
Noel, would
Yes,
you like
yes.
to do, put up the QR code, for the feedback?
Oh, yes. You're right. You're right. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Yes. Let me just bring that up. Yeah. QR code for feedback. Yes.
Hey, Jared's in here.
Yeah.
Hey, he's keeping quiet. Look, I just saw your thumbs up. Jared's in here.
Okay. So please give us some feedback on what you think of the session. All right. Honest feedback. Yeah. We want to know what are the areas we can do better and so forth. And of course, we will strive to do better. All right.
Yeah.
take
No,
a minute.
not fun. There's no curry pub, no snack. Aja, this event got caught. Come here, got no food one. Oh,
Yeah.
Jared's driving.
Okay. You guys can see the QR code, right?
Yeah, I'm in.
Good. Okay, wonderful. All right, I don't want to hold you guys back. Thank you so much, and thank you for spending the your Netflix hour with us. All right, and we hope you have a early night, get lots of rest, and a wonderful day tomorrow. Right, I know it's a public holiday tomorrow, and some of us probably have a busier day on a public holiday than a normal day, right? Okay, take care, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Yes,
Have a good
bye.
evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.